Hi fellow YouTubers, welcome to the channel. I'm Justin. I recently picked up the new Heliopolis privacy shelter by Nemo. This is a new version for 2020. I had the old version. It actually got hit by a gust of wind in Colorado, fell over in the middle of the night. When I woke up, one of the poles was bent. Nemo has awesome warranty on their products, so I reached out to them. They tried to accommodate and send a replacement pole, and we even narrowed it down to the individual bent piece that I needed to replace. But because the new version was already out, Nemo did not have any backup supplies for the old tent. So, being the company they are, they sent out the new one. So they shipped a brand new version, which costs about $100 more than the old version. And there's a reason for that. There's several updates which I'd love to go through. Number one, the color's changed. It's now an orange. They call it Monarch. It used to be an earthy brown color, which is really insignificant, but if you're into safety orange, then you're really gonna love it. The poles used to be steel. They are now aluminum. That shaves about 3 pounds off the weight of the product, which is a help and a hindrance. You know, it's easier to move around and store because it's lighter, but this thing is a big wind sail, and you know, if it's lighter, then it's just more likely to get tossed around by the wind. But make sure your stakes are secured in the ground once you install it. They actually threw in a new overhead light inside the tent. It comes with it. There's a little piece of paper inside the light, disrupting the contact between the battery. So if you'll screw off the top, remove the paper and put it back on, the light works. And it's just got a simple clicker on it. You walk in, click it, you've got light. Click it back off when you leave. Speaking of which, they also installed a new lock on the back of the zipper. So when you walk into the privacy shelter, you can zip up the door shut, and there's a latch at the top where you can actually lock the zipper. So if someone were to walk up to the tent and try to unzip it and walk in, you know it's going to be locked and they can't get in. So that just adds an extra layer of privacy. I mean, there's not just the average public walking up to your privacy shelter trying to get in. Like, you know, if you're camping with your friends or your family and some kids and you need a few minutes of privacy, then you can just lock it and do that. Nemo actually added a cup holder as well. So if you're in the process of enjoying a cold frosty beverage and you need somewhere to put your drink and the ground is always a little bit unlevel, there's always some sort of rocks or gravel underneath, and you know there's the fabric on the bottom of the floor and it's always crinkling and things. Well, now there's a cup holder. You can set your drink in the cup holder. I use it for sanitizer. Just put a pump of sanitizer in the cup and you can sort of get some sanitizer before you walk out of the privacy shelter. Nemo thinks about the experience. It's a very intuitive product. What that means is that it just sort of works for you. There is a toilet paper holder. It's also covered and you can zip it shut. You can pull the pull cord and make it tight so it doesn't fall out and travel or get wet during a shower. There's also a handy storage bag inside. The storage bag is great to set your shampoo in, or you know, any other personal care products while you're showering. You know, bar soap, whatever you need. It is a mesh, so you can wash it out when you're done to clean up really nice. Up top, above, while you're in this privacy shelter, there is a net above your head, and there's actually 2 storage spaces up there. The net is great for towels, obviously, and then there's another storage space that's a little smaller. The fabric isn't mesh, and it's probably good for a phone to keep water from splashing on it or something else up there. You know, if you forget to take your watch off, you can put your watch up there. It's a small space that's a little bit tighter. It doesn't hold a whole lot. It's for the smaller, more intimate items. The floor in the Nemo Heliopolis is mildew resistant. It's got netting on all 4 sides. This tent's about 4 by 4 square on the bottom. This netting runs from corner to corner on all 4 sides, so if you're showering, the water can escape from any direction. It does come with a new feature, which is the towel holder. There's a handy little label to remind you that the towel holder is here. It's basically a piece of guy line that's stretched from one pole to the next It's handy for drying your towel after you get out of the shower, or maybe it's a washcloth to dry your hands on. The privacy shelter is made of 75 denier polyester. It has a glow-in-the-dark logos. Makes it easy to find in the middle of the night if you're in one of those places that's a certified dark area. There's not a lot of city lights out. It gets pretty dark out there. You might wear your headlights, and if you connect with the tent, it's going to glow in the dark for you. It's a pretty big shelter, so it's hard to miss at night. Last but not least, we talked a lot about the shower components. It is compatible with the Nemo Helio shower. You can install this on these provided hooks. The nozzle goes up top just like a shower, and it has a foot pump at the bottom to supply pressure as needed. The older version of the Heliopolis, the star at the top where the 4 poles connect, used to be a separate item. It had its own storage bag. It was an extra piece to put away. Now it is integrated into the pole system. When you disconnect the poles, it's still attached, and the tent is held up by basically a carabiner, which you clip into any of the 4 sides of the star, and it's just one less thing to have to put away. The aluminum poles are the biggest change in the feature. They added the towel holder, they added the interior light, they added the cup holder. These things are all very convenient. Nemo does offer the lifetime warranty, and they back it up. Without question, I didn't even have to ask. They said, I'm shipping you a new one. They FedExed it to me. In fact, they were FedExing it to Texas. I was headed to Colorado. I called them and they were like, hey, let me just redirect the shipment. So they actually redirected it from Texas to Colorado. FedEx held it at a location. I picked it up in Durango, and within an hour I was at the river enjoying the water rushing by and cooking some dinner in the privacy shelter in its safety orange, and very noticeable by the river. In fact, the next day I saw a man holding up a blanket for his girlfriend while she changed. And I thought, man, wouldn't they love to have a privacy shelter right now? I saw them walking into the woods with their, toilet bags and their small shovels, and that needs no explanation, but it was another time when they would have really loved to have a privacy shelter. The Nemo Heliopolis is great as a shower and a bathroom, or just a changing room if you need some privacy for a few minutes. I've got the Cleanwaste portable toilet system. You can see it here in some of the pictures. It fits very nicely in the corner. It's out of the way. You can leave it in there while you shower. You can use it for a step stool. The Heliopolis shelter is great as a privacy shelter if you just need to change clothes. It's great as a shower tent if you want to take a shower, and it works well as a restroom as well. I've got the Cleanwaste portable toilet system. I'll link it in the description for you. It uses the Cleanwaste bags as well, and works out for all 3 circumstances. It's very versatile. It does need to be staked down. It's very lightweight. Like I said, I lost the first one in a gust of wind in Colorado. You can see at the end of this review, as we are beginning the takedown of the tent, as soon as the first couple of pegs are removed, some wind comes along and begins to blow it over. So watch out for that while you're putting up. Be sure to use your stakes. Use your guy lines. It does have 4 tabs on all corners for guy lines. You can use extra stakes. It only comes with 4 stakes. It does come with some guy line this time. The old one did not come with guy line. So you can use the 4 stakes to stake it down. Pick up 4 extra stakes. Use that guy line. At this time, the old one, I believe, was around $149.95. Right now, they're $249.95. They're out of stock. I had to wait about a week for it to come back in stock before they shipped the replacement one to me. Support someone local if possible. I'll put a link in the description if one's available and I can find it. Right now, Carrie's going to demonstrate for us how easy it is to set up. comments, if you would, let me know what you're using for a privacy shelter right now. Do you take a privacy shelter with you? Are you improvising somehow? Do you just change in the car? Let me know what your application is at this time. And if you're using the Heliopolis, let me know what you think about it. I think it's a great addition for my setup. I take the Jeep everywhere I go. I sleep in the iCamper upstairs, and I can always change in there, but for restrooms and showers I need another option. Cat holes aren't always the most convenient option, and with the Heliopolis it has the least amount of impact to the environment. You can pack in, pack out, leave no trace principles are followed, and it's the best option I can think of to preserve the outdoors for future generations. Thank you so much for watching the review. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you liked the video, please give us a like and a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below if you have any questions. I'll be glad to get back to you as soon as possible. I'm going to be posting some additional reviews soon. I do overlanding or travel, camping, and anything outdoors related. Be sure to check back to the page. Thanks so much for watching.